Hello, everyone. My name is Dio Morales, host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we are bringing you the top 16 match for day 2 of the X-Wing World Championships. And today I am joined by Mark Tippett, a.k.a.
Uncle Mark from OCX Radio. Hey, guys. How's everybody doing? How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Been a busy day.
It has been. All right, we got the claps. We're going to get the top 16 started here.
In standings order,
I'm going to wait for them to give their announcements.
Joe Burling, Jan Swirsky, Paul Heaver, Charles Holcomb, Mark Grover, Alexander Burt, Yelton Gabor, Chris Little, Ryan Staniszewski, Keenan
Messed that up
Childs,
a little bit.
Ben Fioritini, Simeon Delapina, Josh Molt, and Mario Dennis Cordelilli. With that, welcome to the top 16. You may begin.
And there we go.
All right, the timer has been started. So first I want to say thank you everybody for joining us today. All these matches are brought to you by the Patreon subscribers and the Twitch Prime subscribers of the Gold Squadron podcast. Go over to patreon.com/Gold Squadron or click that free Twitch Prime subscription. It costs you nothing if you have Amazon Prime. So Uncle Mark, you're kind of familiar with Ryan, huh?
Yeah, very much so. He's kind of one of our adopted OCX guys. He's flying Bob today, the
Crimson Specialist.
The Crimson Specialist with all the good stuff. He is a bombing maniac.
Yep, I mean this list is all about taking advantage of spatial, taking up the space with the bombs. It just locking things down with Lim's ability. It's so good in this list.
And then with the Crimson Specialist as well, he can try to funnel everybody into his own kill zones.
Yep.
He loves dragging you into the rocks and then trapping you with those bombs.
And looking at Charles Holcomb's list, he has a 4-ship Rebel Salad, but it's a little bit of a different version that we're used to seeing, kind of similar to what we saw last round. But he has a couple of innovative touches here that I really like. So I want to pay attention, really close attention to his Ezra. His Ezra has Snapshot R3A2, that's a standard, but he has Operations Specialist on there.
Yeah.
So if you're not familiar with Operations Specialist, we'll go ahead and pull that card up here on the overlay. It reads, after a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 performs an attack that does not hit, you may assign 1 focus token to a friendly ship at range 1 to 3. So that does a couple of things. Rex a lot of the time is unmodified, and so is Ezra when attacking.
Correct.
So because Ezra's PS5, usually going to shoot first with Ezra. You proc Operation Specialist. If you got damage, then great, right? Ezra did damage. But other than that, you're increasing the likelihood of the other ships to do damage, and pretty much that's for Jess and Lorik to do the heavy lifting and make sure that we get the focus out there.
And I've watched Charles play a couple of games, and that's exactly what he does. He lets all that, a.k.a. heavy lifting, fall onto his main guns, and uses Ezra to beef them up on the way through. I was speaking with Ryan just a little bit ago. He is absolutely thrilled to be in this position. He's a really great individual, as I'm sure Charles is as well, but I don't know Charles, I just know Ryan.
Yeah, and one thing when I look at this matchup, let's go ahead and in the chat, give me a 1 if you think Charles has the advantage, a 2 if you think Ryan has the advantage in this matchup. I will say just on the outside before we really see any type of engagement, I think it really favors Ryan, the fact that he has the trajectory simulator bombs and able to try to get those bombs inside of that formation block. Charles' list really relies on making sure that all 4 of those ships are get on target. But I mean, he's made it to the top 16 of Worlds.
Right.
He has had to manage bombs before.
Sure, I'm
you know.
Sure.
So I'm curious to see how comfortable he is breaking out of the formation and making sure to have things in arc and just using. I mean, Operation Specialist is range 1 to 3. That's a huge bubble. So you still be able to do everything you need.
We are ready to fly your Hanago. Please come to flight control. Thank you.
And also Ryan has 2 ships with turrets on them, so he is not so much focused in staying in arc on the enemy ships. He's still can get his shots away, whether he's sweeping by or running away.
And Ryan opens up with just a 1 forward with Ezra, just keeping him back. The difference decision that Ryan made here with his Ezra is you usually see Hera on there so you can do all the reds, but he's going with Sabine to add that extra punch to all those bombs. I mean, his list is completely around bombs. Adding extra damage once per turn can really make a difference over time. So you want to make sure that you can actually get the snapshot off by keeping Ezra back.
And we've seen in the past Ryan has been very successful not only with this build, with other builds. He won the Indiana Regional earlier this year. And he's got a little influence from Robert Monroe, another native Michigan, that he flies double bombers and a few other things along the way. And they get to play each other quite a bit. I think that kind of influenced Ryan to say, hey, let me give it a chance. Let me give it a chance. And he succeeded. But Ryan's just a really good player overall.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's tactically sound. I've seen him read opponents really, really well, and just be able to look an opponent down and say, I know what you're going to do. We have a who's who here. I mean, it's been amazing. This is my first trip up, so it's been a good one.
I've just had a fantastic time. Although I'm sitting here commentating, so you can guess how I did. Huh? Well,
you and me both, my friend.
I see Charles is keeping everything real tight, real conservative, pushing up that line. I'm not sure what Ryan's going to lead out with, but I'm sure he's trying to wait to punch something right in the middle of that whole formation.
1 second. Love commentating in the middle of a giant room with speakers. It behooves Charles to go nice and slow here because he wants to build up the Ray focus. But it looks like, Charles, the Ray focus on Lorik. But Ryan coming out strong here with the Crimson Specialist. Charles has committed to coming through that left side lane. And I think what we're going to see here is we're going to see Ryan probably do a stop next turn to see whether or not Charles is going to come through the top or through that lane in the middle.
Yeah, that lane is so inviting.
And one strategy Ryan can do is he could throw out one of those thermal detonators, hold it with Nim, and cover the center part with Crimson Specialist, covering both lanes there.
Sure.
All right, we got the dial reveal here. And one thing in Ryan's squad, Nim is really, I think, the linchpin of what holds it all together. It's his point fortress at the end, 43 points. And I've seen him do a great job of making sure to get him in spots where he can use the auto blaster turret, use the trajectory, but also keep him safe and out of arcs.
And the Crimson Specialist is that puncher, that left jab that he's going to throw out there anyway. He's going to get him out in front, get bombs placed, and then start dropping things as he moves along. And then you've got Nim coming in behind. He does have the bomblet generator. So yeah, he's going to seal in everything once he flies by.
And you can't understate the amount of space that the Crimson Specialist also takes up for blocking.
Yes.
I've seen him do that a lot. He just throws it in there and says, "Hey, here, can you fit here?" And with this 4-ship formation, it's going to be something that Ryan's probably going to be looking to do.
Yeah, it's going to get tight real quick, especially if they make the mistake or not the mistake of dragging it into the rocks.
Because then you have the rocks and the Crimson Specialist there.
And all the boomy things.
Yes. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and look at the chats here, see how people thought this game was going to shake out. Looks like it's pretty even, slightly leaning towards Ryan. Maybe about a 60-40 split there.
It looks like he's going to the corner.
Well, he's going slow enough where he can still Still cut in if he wants to with some turns. And like we talked about last round, the thing with Rex is because his dial is so different than the other 3 ships in this 4-ship formation, it's kind of difficult to keep it all together.
Well, I've been a diehard Rebel player forever, and with the addition of Rex into the mix, first few times I've tried him, I get a little lost, and everything gets out of kilter.
Yep.
But boy, is he effective when used properly.
That's a fantastic ship, and that ability to knock out knock down the dice is fantastic.
Oh, and here he comes. Here comes Ryan. He's saying, "Yep, we're gonna nuzzle in here."
And so he's in a spot here where Charles is going to have to commit. Ezra starting to speed up a little bit, get into position.
Well, both squads are carrying R3A2, so they're going to want to throw stress out every chance they can. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun.
Go ahead.
You know, both guys are thrilled to be here, and I'm excited. Gosh, with this community right now, everybody's pulling for everybody else. It's just a really great thing.
Yeah. When it comes to the stress, I want to talk about that edge of it. I think if just looking at that point, the stress hurts Charles more than it hurts Ryan, because the brunt of Ryan's damage is invested in the bomb damage, right?
Sure.
Charles, it needs his actions. He needs focus. He needs target lock. So we're going to be looking to see, you know, how the players use him. Now Charles has Ezra in the back, and so does Ryan. Both of them not having Hera there to just kind of throw him in the front and then K-turn afterwards, which is pretty common.
I think we'll see Ryan's Ezra creep up behind the Crimson Specialist, kind of right in on those coattails. I know that it appears that Charles is wanting to keep his Ezra protected with the Ozatok. So, you know, they're both sound strategies.
We may see our first bomb from Crimson Specialist here, if Ryan believes that. Well, here's the thing, right? Let's talk about pilot skill. With Jess Pava and with Jess Pava being at PS3, you kind of get a hint of where people are going to be going. You said that Ryan passed the initiative, right?
Yes.
So he's gonna get to see where Jess and Captain Rex go, and then say, do I want to throw the bomb here? So that's the more information you have before you throw that bomb, the better.
Which set of the elements do you want to disrupt the most?
In Ryan's list, so if I'm Charles and I'm going against Ryan, what I'm looking to do is I'm trying to range control, make him waste bombs on the Crimson Specialists, right? Because you only have 4 of them.
Sure.
You want to make sure every single one of those hit. If you could get in spots where you're just out of range of the bomb, and then be able to take advantage of some type of flanking position with 2 of the ships, I think it might behoove Charles to actually split his formation, but we'll have to see.
If he does split, he's going to want to split away from Miranda, though.
Yeah,
that's just a double killing sword.
Yeah, away from Nim, absolutely.
What did I say, Miranda?
Yeah, that's fine. I know
okay,
they're one and the same, right?
Anymore, I hate them all. But then again, I fly 4 Y-wings, and I didn't do so well.
It's all right.
I just wonder if Ryan's going to do that soft bank to miss the either debris or rock. I guess it's debris out there. Or say to heck with it and just ram on through it.
And for anybody who's joining us, maybe you haven't watched Gold Squadron podcast stream, we do have a dice camera. What you'll see is the dice will appear on the screen. They're rolling into a blue screened dice box, and we'll get to compare results there if the players remember to roll the dice. Now, Ryan's played on our stream a few times already, so he knows what's going on. So we'll see what Charles does. But we'll do our best to decipher the dice for you guys. All right, so Charles has committed to the corner. And this is one of those spots where the trajectory simulator bomb is close. It's not quite there. And I do want to point out, you notice Charles is using cardboard templates. You usually don't see that top 16.
Maybe he's just trying to downplay the whole thing.
It could, you know what? Maybe he's like secret. That people do that sometimes. You downplay, you use all cardboard, and you're just like, no, this is. I just started playing.
Yeah, sure. Right.
Or maybe he likes it more. You know.
Could.
We don't know anything about Charles, so.
Or maybe it's going to be all replaced with 2.0.
This is true. It doesn't matter.
All right, here we come.
So we'll have combat for the first time. Crimson Specialist does have the obstruction. There probably will be protected from... No, well, Lorik, he'll have obstructed shots on either Rex or Jess. I'm really curious with Nim's move here. Ryan's got to be careful not to get caught in the corner. On the top right. All right, so we'll have some shots most likely between Lorik and the Crimson Specialist, if that's in range. Reinforce the front.
There goes Ezra in behind. And I wouldn't be surprised if that Nim swings in between the pair.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to bank toward Charles' formation. But this is one of those, it was a 50-50 decision whether or not Ryan thought Charles would go up the corner or through the center. So, I mean, he might do something as simple as go one forward and then barrel roll to the direction he needs to go.
Sure.
That might be the safest position. Because then after that, we'll see what he reveals on the dial here in a little bit. Looks like he's looking for a coordinate with his Ezra, who's currently not stressed. Interesting.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't expect that. We'll see what he's setting up. He might be barrel rolling back and then two turning.
Sure.
Back towards the bottom of the board. Oh, just a one forward. Okay, Brian. I guess what he's doing, he's setting up the trajectory simulator for next turn. That's what he's doing right now. He'll probably drop a bomb from both Crimson Specialist and Nim. He gets to check a target lock to Lorik, and what does that do? You also get to see where the range 2 line is. That's a trajectory line.
And with both of them being able to chuck mines into that, disrupt that whole thing in a hurry.
What we'll probably do, checking target lock to Jess.
Just outside.
So we won't have any attacks here. We'll probably see Crimson Specialist use his ability to place that bomb on his on the ship's top right corner.
Sure.
And that will probably catch Jess if Charles hard turns.
That Crimson Specialist has so many options.
Yeah, I mean, the 360 bomb drop is pretty fantastic. So here we go. This is Lorik into the Crimson Specialists, and they remember the dice box. There we go. Hit crit. There's a blank in there. No reroll. Oh, we got M9G8. There is a reroll here. There is. Will he spend it offensively? Yes, he will. He's trying to get into that juicy hole. 2 evades. It's going to be taking 1.
All right.
Isaac Carr, yes. Brobots are in the top 16. We did try to get the Brobot player on the stream. He did not want to play. All right, here we go. This is Crimson Specialist. Throwing fire. Hit crit. Reinforce is active. He's got to throw 1 evade here, so no damage.
But got his attention.
Yes. Ooh.
I'm sorry. I like the turrets.
You like the turrets?
Like
it's okay. It's okay. Yes, the control bot list is their Ion tractor beam robots. You're playing. If you guys are familiar with Rasta Mace, his son made the top 16 playing control bots, and he's playing against Jeff Burling right now.
That is definitely the tall versus the short.
Yes, that's a picture. Somebody got to go take a picture of that. That's a good one.
Last night at the Radisson, Jeff and my son Tyler and I were all standing in the hallway talking, and
so right here in the chat, you see Charles from the Beham Barons says Charles doesn't use his regional templates or dice. Definitely looking to get people to underestimate him.
There we go.
He's trying to be unassuming.
We've sniffed you out, sir.
Oh my goodness, I love that. I love that. That's awesome.
You're a cad, sir.
Well, it's one of those. It's part of the gamesmanship of the game, right?
Yes.
Because people have different strategies. There are the people who purposely like talk the entire game to try to get under your skin a little bit or try to distract you. Like there's all kinds of stuff. Or the people who don't talk at all during the game, like to just get you a little on edge. Those are the ones who get me every time. I'm like, hey, how's it going? They're like,
or how about
fine.
The person that every move you make, they go, I knew you were doing
oh
that.
my goodness, that gets me.
I'm having to behave here right now, so you understand. I can become a little more objective-driven. No, it's yeah. That's the reason I always use acrylics to shows how bad I play. It hides it. They think, oh gosh, he's got acrylics. He must be good. Wrong.
And it will be easy to tell these two Sheathpedes apart once we get engaged, because as you see, Charles does have the pink accents on his bases, and and Ryan is rocking the orange clear bases. We're getting some high praise for Charles Holcomb. I'm not familiar with him. I know that all I know is that cowboy hat that he wears is pretty awesome. Like, you have to have a certain level of confidence and demeanor to pull off the cowboy hat.
Well, Minnesota is almost to Montana.
Okay. I'm not sure where he's from locally.
Well, apparently it's south.
Yeah. All right, we got 4 dials on Charles' side all ready to go. Ryan is still, no, Ryan's ready to go. All right, here we go.
Yeah, Ryan puts his dials down on his ship cards.
On his ship cards. All right, so I think we got a K turn here.
Okay.
Not going to go into the bomb.
Okay.
The bomb hell, some people like to call it, right?
Alley of Death.
We will get the trajectory simulator here from Nim. I think that will catch Jess. Oh, all right.
All right, here comes Rex.
Rex is going to get a bomb too, unless he barrel rolls to the left. Yep, there's the barrel roll. Going as far back as possible. Still could clip. It's going to be close. And Charles doing what he needs to split up that formation here. All right, so Crimson Specialist, I think he calls him on it. He's like, I think you're going to go up to that top of the board. Ryan doesn't care. He's got how much? He's got a ton of health onto that Crimson Specialist. He's just looking to cause havoc and take up space. No damage. That's a hit.
Thank you, Ryan, for putting that in the dice tray. And he's got deflective plating, so he's going to push bombs out all over the place now.
Yep, because it's a friendly bomb. Doesn't hurt. Oh, Charles is from Atlanta. He's one of the Atlanta Hawks from that X-Wing group.
Okay. Kind of figured it was down there somewhere if the Barons knew him.
So Ezra moves first. Little purposeful self bump here to hold Ezra back. And let's see if Ryan coordinates the barrel roll to Nim to try to guarantee that trajectory simulator on both those. That would be a solid play. He coordinates the focus, reveals the dial. Looks like he's going to try the trajectory simulator. And here's the thing, bomblet generator is, you know, infinite bombs. So if he doesn't want it to go off because it doesn't look like it's going to hit anything, he just doesn't do it. He just lets it hold. It looks like he's going to be in range of Lorik, at least. So we'll see if he lets it go off or not. Probably now's the time we'll see them measure. Here's a one straight. Target locking on Lorik. Getting tired, yeah. Thank you, Uncle Mark.
There's a hit and a focus. Yes, my co-commentator here is starting to disappear like Coach Kroll on OCX, except he hasn't been drinking.
All right, so it takes one damage there. No deflective plating, I don't believe, broke. We'll go ahead and check deflective plating. Is it on a hit or on an eyeball that it breaks? I was on a hit, so I think the plating is broken. I'm going to double check by looking at his card there. No, it's still flipped up. Should be fine. That was the bomb. Here we go. Harpoons into... All right. So, spend the focus. We got guidance chips for 2 hits, 2 crits. That's a blank. We got reinforced. He's going to be taking 3. He already took a couple from the bomb. So we are dealing thrust control fire and double damage. So he's down to 3 hull already on that Ezra. I mean, sorry, excuse me, on the Lorik.
Doing what he wants to do.
Donald,
He's applying the condition card.
Chocolate chip or peanut butter?
All right, I'm back. Getting some food.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, I haven't eaten anything all day. Just haven't had time. And while we're waiting here, thank you to Cheese84 for your Twitch Prime subscription.
I am a 4-month contributor.
My man.
Sir.
I appreciate you. Hearts, love, and unicorns for my Uncle Mark. There was somebody earlier as well. PC Chappelle, thank you for 4 months in a row. Tier 1 subscription. As well as SPA X-Wing. All right, here we go. 2 hits, a blank. Got a reroll there with Jess. Got 3 hits there.
There's an evade. Takes 2.
So I think shields are down on the Crimson Specialist. Still has 9 hull. That's a ton.
And now he's ready to mix it up. There's going to be, it's going to get busy here in a heartbeat.
Ezra looks like to be range 2. So no modifiers there. Though he does have Operation Specialist. He's going to give a focus out. See, he's choosing his target here for the focus. Just double checking a couple things. Yep, he gave it to Jess. Thank you to Rooster6174 for that 4-month in a row subscription as well.
The gentleman I was speaking about earlier, Robert Monroe, also known, affectionately known as Padre, is mentioned here. It's good to see the bomber on the board. Is that the first sound of Uncle Mark I hear? Oh, yes, Padre, that's me. I'm here. I have Dion tied over in the corner, took his headset.
One thing for my Prime subscribers, what I'd like to know is what, with the Gunboat not being part of 2.0 for a while, what do you guys want as new emoji? We gotta do something new.
I will patiently wait for my B-Wings to return.
There you go. They'll come back. All right. Here's Ryan. 2 dice coming into Rex. And, oh, he's going to take it. He's going to take it. First damage onto Rex. Oh, maybe I missed that. An exploding sheath of peas. I can work on that. All right, here's Rex. 2 hits. Got an evade there with Nim. Loses a shield.
2 words, salt emoji.
No salt emojis. We are low sodium content here on Gold Squadron Podcast.
Ooh.
All right, 2 hits and a crit. All right, that's all getting dealt into the Crimson Specialist. There is a crit there. There you go. Stunned pilot. That hurts, actually. That hurts quite a bit. He likes to use it as a blocker. So we're going to go ahead and update that on the overlay. She's down to 6 hull. We'll go ahead and put the stunned pilot crit on him.
Over there, both fins are gone.
So both what?
Fins. On Western over there.
Thank you so much. All right. So Ryan here probably going to do a 1 bank. He wants to. Oh, but Jess moves first, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so with Jess moving first, he's probably going to be taking some stun pilot damage. I don't think there's any way for him to avoid that. But Crimson Specialist needs to start doing some work with the bombs.
Yeah, yeah.
It's time. I would say this is definitely a turn that shifted a little bit more towards Charles' advantage here. We'll have to see how Nim can really affect the game, because I think this turn is really going to give the biggest swing in the game.
It can be a deciding moment. You always get to that one point, whether it's early, middle, late in the game, where everything kind of collides, and you just wait for the dust to settle to see what comes out of the other side. I can see getting Ezra in closer here to get some stun issues over on Charles's unit, but conversely, their Ezra the same thing.
Thank you to Rashta for your 4th in a row Tier 1 subscription. You're awesome. All right, so we know Ryan for sure will do the trajectory simulator here. And seeing some of Charles' positioning here, Jess is currently stressed. She doesn't want to take a bomb. Like, I love the K turn in order to avoid the bomb that turn, but I'm wondering if it's going to hurt him. Well, you know what, though? With Operations Specialist and Rex probably missing, he probably, quote-unquote, doesn't care that if she's stressed when she enters combat, because she could still have a modifier. Charles is going to try to just manage his way around these bombs. Ryan's ready to go, but Charles definitely has the most thinking to do, I think, with having 4 ships that that don't want to eat bombs. And I think the bombs are unavoidable. What he has to do is risk assessment. All right, I'm gonna lose some here, but where can I get some back later?
What can I gain from that loss?
Exactly.
And even if Charles gets the better positioning, he's still having to contend with the turrets from both Nim and the Crimson Specialist.
Yep. You know, and I've seen Ryan play this list a couple of times, and one thing that I've noticed is a lot of times when he plays against 2 and 3 ship lists, he's willing to take Nim and really put him in the fight.
Sure. And
make sure to leverage that auto blaster turret. I'm curious to see what he's going to do now that he's got 4 ships that can potentially point at Nim.
I just got an update that Jeff Burling has just been defeated by the control bots.
Ah, okay. So yes, Ryan does have Genius. Sorry, that didn't come through for some reason. Genius is active. It's free. And you do see it there in his card layout. Oh, is it on the overlay? Oh, it is. It's right there. Ha! I did do my job. I did it.
Gee, like it's not like you've got only one or two things going on.
3 screens, 4 windows, all the people. All right, so Jess turns in. He's like, hey, you know what? I know I'm going to eat a bomb, but you're going to take damage with me because it's stun pilot.
And I'm going to roll 4 dice at you right here.
Oh, yeah. So looking for a boost? Nope, we're going to. That's Ryan placing the Crimson Specialist bomb, top left corner. And we'll definitely be bumping.
This is tight. It's obviously going to be a bump.
So here's the question.
Unless he caught Rex as well. I can't see him right now.
Does he take 2 damage? Or 1? I think that's what they're checking right now because he has the obstacle and the ship. So they just called the judge. That's a really important question. So we'll see how many cards he pulls here. He did hit Rex. They're reading the crit right now.
The judge has departed, and they're discussing.
All right, so he rolled. No damage there. I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to go double check the card state here.
And now Dion has left me in charge. This is an interesting mix right now. We're seeing congestion now with a great deal of bumping. Damage has been distributed throughout. Could become a turning point. We'll start seeing ships fail. Still waiting to see what the back end of Charles's list is going to be moving to. Well, they're still discussing.
They're waiting for the judge call. They have to ask the marshal. So we'll see how many cards to deal here. 1. So he's sitting at 6 now. I went over to look at the cards. I think I had dealt 1 more damage than I was supposed to earlier.
Okay.
All right, so
Lorik's making a slide.
Probably reinforced to protect the backside. And yes, they did decide 1 damage there.
This is a really interesting scramble up here. It'll be fun to see how they break the engagement, or if they just lock it up and say, hey, we're here, let's do this.
Trying to flip the harpoon condition, and it was successful. Ezra moving in here. 1 forward. Talk about risk assessment. He's about to take 2 bombs, plus Sabine. It's coming. All right, here's Ezra, 1 forward. This is the definition of a cluster.
This is why the game's fun.
That's a coordinated barrel roll. He's making sure to barrel roll it far enough to make sure Lorik also eats that 2nd bomb.
Yes.
All right, here it comes. Trajectory. I mean, all of Charles' ships are definitely 100% going to get hit. The question is, does it reach for Ezra? I think that's what they really have to check for. For Ryan's Ezra, to be clear.
I would think Ryan's Ezra would be safe. Crimson Specialist gonna.
He's gonna have to check for that planing for sure.
Gonna join the fray.
All right, so Nim coming on in. 1 forward. And Lorik doesn't have a reinforce because he used the action to get rid of the...
the harpoon. Oh, this is going to be brutal.
This is going to be, like we said, this is the turn to flip some stuff. So checking deflective plating for bomb number 1. Safe. Oh, he rolled 2, so they were both safe. Neither of them were hits. All right, so no damage on the first ship. Not sure which one it is. Second ship takes 1. We'll see what he pulls. That is
Ezra.
Shield off of Ezra. And 2 hits off of that. Probably is Lorik. Or maybe Jess. It's Jess, okay. And then hit crit for that. Is that Rex? That could be a dead Rex. I think Rex took a damage early. Yep.
And Rex goes away. That is a successful bomb run right there.
Absolutely, and we still have the thermal detonator to do some damage here. Damage and a stress for everybody. Ryan might hold it too. He has that option if he wants. But I don't know why you hold it. I'm just saying he has the option if he really wants to.
When you got Lorik at 3 and Ezra at 4, Jess at 3 with a shield. And did he use Sabine for anything?
I think that's the Sabine right there. He just added 1 to Lorik. Or this is just the... So Lorik's down to 2. And that was, there you go, he just showed Sabine. That was a Sabine damage. And we're checking now range to the thermal. It does not reach Nim. Everybody has to take a damage. So there he goes. Ezra first hull damage and a stress. Check for plating. It's still safe. When that plating doesn't break, it's
great.
That he just 1 for Ezra, another 1 for Jess. All right, so Lorik sitting at 1 hull, probably gets taken off the table here by Nim.
Wow. Pardon my voice, it's still healing up
from yesterday, all the yelling and the drinking.
Well, that was 2 days ago.
Oh, sorry. Had him out of order.
Don't tell Uncle Mark you can't do something.
That's right. Oh, I remember that. 3 hits.
Ooh.
Coming into Lorik. Lorik dies no matter what. Spends the focus just because Lorik is off the table.
Yeah. Well, this has been the exchange. Let's see what can be cleaned up then.
Yeah, Crimson Specialist could go down here. He's taken 4 damage. Already, he's got 5 left. Oh, 5 left. Let me go ahead and fix that. So here we go. Range. This is Ezra. Range 1 into the Crimson Specialist. Hit crit.
Crit. Yep.
And that'll be taking a hit and a crit. Damage engine. Hard turns are red. Doesn't super matter.
Not at this point. Crimson Specialist has done his job.
Ryan's hoping to escape 1 more range 1 shot from Jess. Hoping for a bad roll.
Now he's Ezra. His Ezra is taking a shot.
Going at Jess. We got the re-rolled defensive ability. It's very good. Takes a hit. And 2 blanks. Okay. At least gets a re-roll. 1. Nope.
That's a clean sweep. Well, there are the rocks, and this is the hard place.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yep. This is Jess firing. All right, so 3 hits. We got the reroll from Jess. 4 hits. That's going to be a dead Crimson Specialist.
Oh, and we got an evade.
6, 7, 8, 9.
And gone. But look, he cleared his stress.
The upside.
Well, we have a healthy Captain Nim. We have a healthy Ezra sitting in Ryan's corner. And we have Jess and Ezra bleeding a little bit here.
Yeah, with Nim being at pilot skill, above all of Charles' list, the big tool that he has here is he can choose whether or not he wants to bomb or not. Ezra is in position to snapshot next turn. You're going to be looking to snapshot Jess. You're not really looking at the other Ezra. And with extra munitions, he can use Genius without losing the bomblet generator one time.
And the coordinate there gets him to realign his position before he has to make any decisions whatsoever.
Coordinate's so good. We probably see a green maneuver here. Looking at the points breakdown, let's see. 29 plus 24 is 53. So Ryan, to really feel in a good spot, he needs to kill at least one more ship.
Sure. It was, yeah. It would seem inevitable that he can. Jess doesn't have the support that she had earlier. She's got to stay close to Ezra. Ezra doesn't want to be stuck in the middle of all that cluster either.
Mm-hmm.
And now Nim and the other Ezra are just hunting. They're just hunting right now.
Mars, Mike Beard, Crimson, most thematic ship and X-Wing specialist. It goes down in a ball of flames while dropping bombs. That's what it does.
What are we doing here? K-Turk? Yep.
No, just a 3 forward.
Okay, that's...
He's trying to avoid the snapshot from Ezra.
And trying to clear out to regroup. Get a better attack vector.
Rolling for the debris. Safe.
Good.
I think what Charles is thinking here is he needs to regroup.
Oh,
and his best chance is to come back around and see if he can get another approach.
And I'm wondering if he's going to try to slide his other Ezra between the two Ryan ships, making them have to commit to tight back to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if it seems to me that Ryan, what are we doing here? Coordinating a boost?
Prime thrusters. He could still move.
Okay. I guess if I would read the list, I would know these things, huh? Reading is fundamental, kids. And here comes the snapshot.
Super defense on poor offense. All right, 1 straight. That's going to be a bump. Oops. This is pretty well set up for a Genius drop here on Ezra. There's one thing we learned when Genius was unfact, and people were doing it all the time, that you could bump into a ship and drop a bomb.
Right.
It was guaranteed range 1. All right, he's just dropping it normal. It's going to be out of range. He'll just hold it. And I think what he's doing there is saying, no, you cannot come back around this way.
And now I can set up right here.
There was no snapshot in return because they bumped each other. You can't shoot a ship that touches each other. Answering a question in the chat there.
The way he slid the template out real close, I had to double look at it, going, did he fit in there? But it was just a nice smooth pull. What's kind of exciting, though, is even though we're in the top 16, and we still have a room full of people playing Hangar Bay. It's a lot of familiar faces that were sad-faced over the last 3 days, but they're still playing hard.
This is their opportunity to brush it off, right? That's what Hangar Bay is.
And play with something else.
Yeah.
You know, bring the jank out. All for the jank.
It's also a good opportunity to play that list. You're like, I was going to bring this to Worlds, but I didn't
think I'd do anything.
Let me try this. Yeah, taking a look, it looks like all top 16 competitors were gifted a 2.0 X-Wing pack. That's awesome.
I'm still trying to shame somebody into giving me one. I have to work harder.
Zebra saying it's past midnight in Europe and it's only top 16. Feeling sleepy. You can make it. Take a nap and meet us in the top 4.
There you go.
All right. Ryan is marking Nim out of the way. Ezra is now unstressed. Probably going to see him either focus or barrel roll. I could definitely see the barrel roll coordinate to drop that bomb right next to the other Ezra.
Sure. And both Ezras have their rear arcs open to multiple targets. And here comes Nim.
That's the whatchamacallit.
Coordinated.
Yep.
Here to help.
Yep, thank you. I appreciate that.
Trying to keep Dion's head up off the table. If you hear a thump, pay no attention to it.
All right, we dropped the bomb. That one's definitely going to hit Ezra. He probably will let go of the other one as well if it doesn't kill Ezra. Well, going through the debris, Ryan has taken one shield on Nim. It doesn't matter. It doesn't quote unquote matter to him.
We don't care.
Right.
And oh look, Jess, I have a turret. No, he's got auto blaster.
He's got the auto blaster. Yep.
Shoot a real one, will you? Gosh darn it.
All right, rolls just a hit, no crit.
In a couple of games of mine the other day, the only hits I really did was from rocks and things like that. I sure didn't do it to any of my opponents.
Bomblet number 1 takes one. And then 2 with Sabine. That's going to be a dead Ezra, I believe, if our math is right here. Oh, wait, no. So, wait, around the other side.
Down to 1, maybe?
Down to 1. There it is. There's so many Ezras on my screen going all the way. So we have supplying the R3A2. I think Charles is deciding whether or not to use R3A2 to stress him. right, gets an evade, no damage. Because it's kind of a double-edged thing, right?
Right.
Because if you stress him, he's more defensive, harder to kill. If you don't stress him, he's just going to coordinate Nim all day.
Right. And now the return shot. A tactical bump around ship to get a reposition.
Don't say
not that I've ever done that or anything.
All right, looks like we had the FFG stream game just finished. All right, so looking at the board state right now, Ryan probably, I mean, he's in the driver's seat right now. Charles has to come to him. See, Jess is going up to the top. I wouldn't doubt if we just see Ryan 2 turn to the right.
Sure.
And just try to meet up in that top left corner again.
I'm not sure. Well, I don't fly the sheath of speed much, so I'm not sure how quick he can get turned on other than just a K turn.
His hard 2s are white.
Okay, okay. I've had a great deal of fun all weekend when people are making special maneuvers. I'm going, well, enjoy it now because you don't get it 2.0.
Yeah, that's right. So clears the stress. Looks like Ryan's going to take the path to the right.
He's in the driver's seat now. You know, Charles has got to come to him, try to make something happen, and he can get down, get set up, get turned around, and wait for it. He's Ryan's up on points. You know, I'm not sure. Oh, 14 minutes left. Oh, that's funny. It's right there on the screen.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I'm fascinated by technology.
It's a beautiful thing. Nathan ID did win his stream game. I think it came down to Corin versus Zeb in the attack shuttle.
Go figure. Corin.
All right, so we're back to dials here. Charles just double checking. Here we go. So Jess is making the talon roll. She has prime thruster, so she'll be able to boost away from that bomblet there. So we probably see a talon roll out of Ryan here in the next turn, I would guess. Because it looks like Charles is going to try to come at him. Which, I mean, the ball's in Ryan's court.
Right.
If Charles wants a chance to move on to the top 8, he has to kill Nim.
He's got to bring it.
Nim has to die for Charles. And I understand keeping Ezra apart just to keep him alive, but you need the firepower.
But Ryan's setting up his Ezra to intercept, stress, maybe get that kill shot in. It's only 2 left. And, of course, we've got Nim leaving presents.
Nimlets.
Kind of like rabbits, you know, just presents all over the place.
And here's the talon roll, as predicted.
You called it.
He's deciding how far back. He's going to go as far forward as possible. Takes a stress. And next turn, we're going to have a little collision there between those 2 debris.
So Charles has Ezra's 24 points. What's Jess?
Jess is 29.
29? Okay. Oh. I need new glasses. Ooh.
All right, so we got a range 3 shot here.
There we go. Hit crit.
Ezra's ability. Oh, no, he has a focus. He was fine. So, no damage there. Charles is just trying to skate something in here. He's got to try to kill a ship.
And you've got to take every shot you can get. I mean, there's always a chance it's going to go through.
And if Charles can successfully kill Nim and get the time, he does win this game. So
right.
He knows his win condition right now is to keep Ezra out of the fight, let Jess go do the work, because she has the best chance of killing something with 3 dice, right. And hope for the best.
And still, Ryan's Ezra's full health and a shield.
Yep.
It's going to take two complete clean shots to take it down.
10 minutes left of the round.
I anticipate at the end of this round, Ryan just being absolutely drained. He puts so much concentration into his games.
Yeah.
He is such a marvelous competitor, and Charles has obviously proven to everybody up here at Worlds that he is just as driven.
Oh, interesting. So he's going to the outside.
To avoid the bombs? No? Ooh, okay.
Yeah, So I guess he may have decided that he does need the firepower from both ships to have an opportunity to kill the other Ezra. Trying to coordinate to Jess. Just doesn't reach, so he's just going to focus.
Just outside.
And Ryan, being patient, he says, I'm not going to come to you. I'm not going to chase you. I don't have to chase you.
No, I don't think so. There's too many guns over there. And let's put another bomb. No, one forward. I forgot he Talon drove.
Clear stress.
That's the one thing, the NIM ship, I'm never quite sure which way it's pointed.
Yeah, the only clue is the two little nubs that stick out on the right, left, and right side. That's it.
And half the time I'm thinking, oh, are those the exhausts?
Yeah.
Or, oh, wait a minute, maybe they're the guns.
All right. So we have, with 8 minutes left, we probably get 2 to 3 rounds left in this game of play at their current pace. I don't know if Charles has the time to even re-engage.
Yeah, I don't know if he can make up the ground with the direction he's facing now. And Ryan's got all the advantage of, oh, you're going to go that way? I'll go this way.
And I guess something to point out also, Ryan still has a harpoon missile on Nim, so
that's just another slap in the face.
Yeah, that's a tough one to deal with.
Just not right. And yet again, that's the reason he's playing in the top 16, and I'm sitting with you today. What do I know about this game?
All right, so just one bank. I think what Charles is trying to give himself a chance to do is see if he can engage in a spot where Ryan isn't pointing Nim at him. I think that's probably what he's trying to do.
Moving Ezra around to get into support.
Ezra turning away. He'll focus. And as long as there's only one ship chasing Ezra, there's no reason to try to activate him with stress. Sure. It's you just focus. You want to just keep him alive. It essentially is the same thing. All right, Nim coming in. He's like, you know what? I wanna play.
Stay away from my Ezra.
Yep. Well, maybe he's decided, you know what? I'll kill your Ezra. You can't kill mine. I mean, that's
That's a sound thought.
range 3, checking for the target lock. And with just at 2 health, you can also see Nim just turn right back around.
Oh, he cut it in tight and let go.
I don't have any updates on Duncan's game. I will try to find out. See if I can get a somebody to tell us.
They're still pushing plastic from what I can
they're
see.
They're still playing, right?
Yeah.
That's that big crowd over there.
I think right up in front of us, table 1 maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, I can tell by Duncan's haircut and the way his glasses are wrapped around his head. Under 5 minutes now, and I've noticed neither player has slowed down or sped up. They're staying consistent.
Consistent pace.
Here's the big push.
Talon roll, I believe. Nope, he's
swinging for engagement.
Focus and hope. That's all you can do.
Duncan's in trouble.
Duncan's in, update from Kevin Idy saying that Duncan's in trouble. What's the game state?
I think she started.
What's the game state?
The shuttle just went off the board. It's Inquisitor versus 2 Shield Miranda.
Inquisitor versus 2 Shield Miranda. That's a tough matchup there. Duncan's close. All right, we got the 3K from Ryan's Ezra.
I don't think Nim has a shot.
Nope. He can focus. He already has the obstruction, so there's no reason to try to barrel roll for range 3. And just a little math for people who play X-Wing, which are all of you because that's why you're watching this. If you have the choice between getting an extra die and focusing, and it's not the extra die isn't the difference between life or death, always take the focus.
Oh, sure.
It's mathematically significantly better. All right, here we go. 2 hits and a focus. Reroll with M9G8 into a blank. So that was the harpoon missile. Reroll with the target lock. Focus and guidance chips for the crit. And we spend the focus, but I think that's it. No, he take 1 and integrated.
Okay.
So M9G8's gone, meaning that reroll that was happening is going to be gone. We'll go ahead and mark her down to 1. Cross out M9G8 and integrated astromech.
It looks like the Duncan game is over. I'm seeing the shaking of hands. I don't know.
Donald! What happened? Duncan did lose. Okay. So Duncan loses in the top 16. All right, so target lock being spent here on the attack. 3 hits on Nim. He's going to be taking 3 shields there. Down to 1. Go ahead and double check that by popping off the logo here. Yep, 1 shield.
Minute 30 left.
This is going to be the last turn right here. I'm not entirely sure on whether or not he used the focus on defense, to be completely honest. Operations specialist. Yeah, there we go. Extra focus. Alrighty, so we are waiting here for the final dials of this game. We got 31 seconds left. All right. So I'm not sure how clock aware Charles is, but I rolling for the debris. He's just trying to get shots on Nim, I think is the plan. If he guesses correct that Ryan turns to the left, he has a shot.
Sure.
You know, especially, you never know what happens with critical cards.
Yeah, it can make for an ugly day. What's Ryan doing? All right, he's racing up to intercept.
We do have a bomb there. Sabine is still active, so that will probably take out Jess first. Yeah, actually, Ryan has this in the bag, actually, because even if, barring, Ezra doing, let's see, he's got a shield. Like, Nim has to take both damage and then, like, crits from Ezra in order to actually die.
Right.
And Nim's just going to get out of there, so. Yeah. He calls it. He goes in the one direction that Charles couldn't follow.
Well played.
Looks like snapshot will trigger.
And his auto blaster will take care of one of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a crit. Crit. Coming from Ezra. Throwing hot fire. Okay. So those are crits. So that's a shield and a crit going into Nim. As long as it's not, what would be a bad one? Structural damage wouldn't be the worst. Let's see.
I don't know because we're out of time.
Yep, he's gonna let the bomb blow up. Oh, genius. Genius.
He's gonna, here, take this, both of you.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
And here's the thing. Both of those are one hole. So even if Nim dies, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't care.
This would be a hilarious ending if that's what happened. Oh my goodness.
And hello, look, we have another one.
Bomb number one. Dead Jess.
Yep.
And Charles calls it right there.
Wow, that was a really well played game. We had some great contact. That engagement in the upper left-hand corner of the screen that then bled south.
Yep.
Yeah. Well played.
Very well played. Great job. Congratulations to Ryan Staniszewski for making the top 8 in Worlds. We're going to be back. I'm going to got to get ready for our next matchup here. Thank you, everybody who became a Twitch Prime subscriber there. It's easy to do. Connect your Amazon Prime to Twitch. Click the Twitch Prime subscription. It's free. It's free. Literally free money. You click a button and money appears. It's pretty amazing. So if you don't know how to do it, go to our YouTube page. We actually have a video on it. We'll be back.